You're listening to Polished Woman, only on LA Talk Radio.
Hey, we are live on Polished Women. Oh, Polished Woman, not Polished Women. Okay, I'm not used to this because we're live. I'm a little bit like, excited and of course nervous, but I'm excited for your story.
Thank you.
I actually promoted it out there that I'm having it today. I don't know, I don't want to say her full name. It's better to just call her Mona. Mona, in short. Okay, so Mona has been through a lot, and if for you people who have been on my Instagram and Facebook, I actually mentioned that I'll be having someone, a mother, an ex-wife. So she experienced cheating, divorce, a daughter who had cancer, and a suicidal son, right? And so I just want to go straight. I don't even want to make an introduction because I feel like there's so much things that we can talk about. So, Mona, tell me about, first tell me about the whole experience with your husband, because we're going to call Dr. Nila later on to explain, the things about your daughter. How did it all start with your husband, with the cheating, and then now you're divorced? Can you just please tell me about it, how it started?
Yeah, it started 2015 when my daughter was diagnosed with leukemia. So most probably it's because of the problem.
Okay.
So probably he was very busy with his work because of the financial needs.
Yes,
so
course.
A lot of changes in our lives. And me, as a mom, I focus on my kid,
Yes,
who is
of course.
really sick. So most probably because of that changes, we're not able to focus on our relationship.
Okay.
So that is a big impact.
Okay.
Like both of us are busy with whatever we needed to do for the responsibility of our family.
So was he there though for you during the time that, your daughter was going through chemo, was going through, the whole check-up and being in the hospital, being sick? Was he there, or he was just busy working?
He was really busy working because of the financial need.
Okay.
So for me as a mom, I'm not working, I'm doing everything with my kids.
Yeah,
so I
of
focus
course.
on Sila. So the relationship between us really has an effect.
Okay.
Like
So the intimacy.
the intimacy. Since Sila is sick, we had our own room. So we separated rooms.
Oh.
Yes,
So you basically
that's
stayed with your daughter.
Yes, I stayed with my daughter.
Okay.
So we all know that men really need something from us.
They need
of
sex,
course.
of course.
Yes, of course.
And you
So-
did not give that,
No.
basically did not,
Yes,
give
because
that
I'm really
satisfaction and desire that he wanted.
Yes, I'm so preoccupied
Of
with
course.
my daughter.
But then again, if you're a man, question for men, you can email me. Can you really think of sex while your daughter is sick and going through chemo? Or I feel, for me, hearing this, I feel like it's very selfish of a man who actually thinks of that. I mean, of course you can, but you can just masturbate, right? Okay, if you need sex, if you need just to release it, masturbate. Your wife is basically taking care of your daughter who's going through chemo, and here you are thinking that you need sex. I mean, how long was this?
For 3 years. For 3 years.
Okay, so wait, you didn't give him sex for 3 years?
Of course, like once a month,
Okay.
I did. But then it's not really like just to
So the intimacy
satisfy
wasn't
him.
there
Yeah,
anymore,
it wasn't
so,
there
yeah.
anymore. And then
So it's just to get through with it,
yes,
so you give it
yes,
to
of
him.
course, because I'm really like tired,
Yeah.
really worried, stressed with everything. Because I also have like a 2-year-old baby. It's not only a 4-year-old sick
Okay.
baby child, but I also have a 2-year-old. So it's really like a very exhausting part
Of course.
on my
of course.
part, because I'm doing everything. Like
Of
Children's
course.
Hospital from Santa Clarita is so far.
Yeah.
And then like every night you need to give chemo pills, like midnight and everything, and then you have a sick child who's really vomiting with blood because she has a mouth
of course.
sore. So
How can you even think of sex? You
Yes,
won't. I won't.
yes,
I
yes,
won't. I understand what you mean. I won't be able to give sex. That's true. So when you found out about it, what did you do? So how did you find out? Did he just
it's
tell
through
you?
Sila, my daughter, because she was playing her my ex-husband's cell phone, and then somebody texted him. So Sila was watching YouTube, and the YouTube stopped because of the text. So Sila gave it to me, my my ex-husband's cell phone, and then I read that message.
Okay.
And that girl is texting, do you remember this love song? So,
Yeah.
and you can really feel it if something is wrong
Yeah.
between your husband and you.
yeah.
You can really feel it even only for that.
Did he start
certain-
changing his
Yes.
like what do you call that, physique? Like did he start working out or looking good? Because normally if you have a kid who has cancer or something or illness, you would be like, okay, you would look. I don't think I would look like this. I would be
Haggard.
miserable, right?
I've noticed that like every night he's really busy with his cell phone, with his computer. Like he will stay up until 3 a.m. Because I really can't really see him what he's doing, because
'Cause you're, like,
we
focused on
have
the
we
kids,
have our own room,
Yeah.
and he also have his own room with the youngest child.
Okay.
So most probably it doesn't really cross into my mind that he's doing something wrong,
Yeah.
because we're into a
Yeah, you have a
problem.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah, so
won't-
you need
how
to
can you
be-
like think of it?
Yeah, and
right?
I'm thinking that he's really thankful that I give up my work just to focus on my child. So I'm doing everything. I'm helping him everything at home. Even though I'm not working, I'm doing everything. So I really thought that he will really be thankful for
for what
whatever.
you've done.
Yeah.
And it's the
For
opposite.
our
but he did the
kids.
opposite thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to fast forward, now you're separated, and
Yes.
then you're divorced. But did you fight for your right? Did you do something or anything to take care of your kids and your children?
That time, because I can't really like think about like fighting or
yeah.
because I'm really my
Emotionally
mind is
drained. Yeah.
drained, emotionally drained, and everything went so fast, and a lot of changes in our lives.
Yeah.
So he filed divorce. So I just told him, okay, whatever you want, just do it, because I just wanted to focus on Silas chemo treatment, and it's gonna be almost finished. It's almost finished
It's
when
almost finished
yeah,
when
it's
he,
almost when he yeah.
So he just came. He came home one day and just told you that he wants.
divorce. At first, when when I saw that text, of course, my first reaction is that, what did I do wrong? What
Yeah.
did I did wrong? So I told him to file divorce.
Yeah. Oh,
'Cause-
you told him to.
Yeah,
Okay.
at first I told him to file divorce because it's not really like for me. I did everything for our family, and what he only did for me is to like cheat.
Yeah.
So it's not worthy to be with that.
person. So you just said okay.
Okay, yeah, let's just file
Divorce,
divorce.
and then,
Of
okay.
course, that's the first thing that usually
of course.
come into your
Yeah,
mind
that's
if
normal.
you're really angry. So at first it's me, but then I was surprised when I got that paper, divorce paper.
Do you think you could have saved it if you did not, make the first move of
Yes,
the
I
divorce
have that guilt inside me.
inside you?
Yeah, inside me. At first, I was really begging him to work it out. But then he keeps on saying, oh, it's too late. A lot of things already happened. Because I thought like Sila doesn't really deserve to have a broken family.
Yes, of course.
She needs to be happy because she worked hard. She really do her best to take all the medication.
She was given basically a second life.
Yes, she is.
And the ex-husband didn't see that.
Yes.
How do you? I want to end this conversation with you advising women out there who, I mean, maybe who are going through the same, thing, or maybe advise them how can they manage to be strong with their marriage. You said this is what you wanted to say,
yes.
right?
Yes, yes. Because when you're in a problem, when you're in a trial, of course, there are a lot of changes in your life. So you need to also focus on your marriage. Because I do know that I'm not perfect. I also have that probably I was not able to give him the time, the love, and the need for sex. So you need to always balance everything. But you also need to love yourself because it's not only your fault.
Yeah.
You need to also be strong because it's him. It's him who has a problem. It's not really you because you're doing your best.
You're doing your best.
You're doing your best. So
you were not the one
after
selfish
that,
as well.
so after that, you will realize that the guilt inside you is not really, you don't deserve it because you did your part.
Yeah.
So you need to also be strong, and you need to also tell your ex-husband or whoever it is that it's a two-way. For marriage, it's a two-way. And you need to also help each other. If one is down, you need to help and understand each other.
It's really a give and take relationship. My husband and I talk about that I think really, there's always saying that, communication is, the best, what do you call this, a remedy for relationships or marriages. But I think it's really give and take as well, because you cannot just give and give and give and not receive anything from your spouse, from your partner, because there's only so much that you can give. And you cannot also take and take and take, because whoever is giving you the love and comfort or whatever is giving, he's also going to be like, okay, I'm fed up. It's really a give and take relationship. And I understand what you're saying, that of course I feel I'm furious about her ex-husband, because how can you freaking effing think of sex and your desire while your daughter is going through chemo? But of course, I understand we have needs.
Yes.
We have needs. Even women have needs, because if we don't have sex, we also get crazy. So we need it as well. But, that's why, be there for your spouses, be there for each other. And if you need it, talk to each other, continue the intimacy and don't focus. I mean, I know you have to focus on the daughter, but remember, you have a marriage that you have to protect as well. And because if there's the marriage, if the marriage is not strong and the marriage is not there, it's not going to help your kids, which is I'm going to the next topic. But I want to call Dr. Neela. Dr. Neela, she helped me actually. She helped me with Mona Lisa, and because I was trying to find someone that I wanted to help, for my tithings, because I'm a Christian, I want to help someone, and instead of giving it to anybody, that charity, I said, okay, I want to find families from now on that needs help, that needs, our care and comfort and financial things. So I called my best friend, Dr. Neela, and she suggested, I have a girl that maybe you can help. And so I'll be calling her every time I need to help someone. Lots of family. And she told me. So can you explain, Dr. Neela, what happened to the cancer of Selah, and how, she survived this. You're amazing.
I didn't do anything, but she's amazing. She is amazing. She's a fighter. She's a warrior, and she always has been that way.
Yeah.
So it was funny. So Mona Lisa and I met by chance.
Yes.
So our clinic offers a walk-in sort of clinic where you can just walk in and see whoever. And she had come in, and we'd never met before. And Zyla had been sick, for weeks with just on and off fevers.
Yeah.
And, Mona Lisa is one of those types of mothers that, when her daughter or her sons are sick, she's very worried and very concerned. And she's a great mother with very good maternal instinct. And she said, something is wrong. And she said she's not herself. And so the one thing I've learned as a pediatrician is you have to trust maternal instinct, because 90% of moms are correct.
Yes.
They know their kid better than anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, we had a little string of bad luck. So first I said, okay, well, let's send her to the ER at Children's Hospital, because let's just figure out what's going on. And so she went that same day, and she was evaluated by an ER doc. She had blood work done, and I remember being so worried, and the ER doc called me and said, everything looks great. Her blood work was normal.
Yes.
And he said, she's just got a virus. And, so I called her that night, and she, this is the first day we met. And I said, everything's okay. And she said, okay, and it was great. And so we hung up, and I remember thinking, okay, well, if the Children's Hospital doc says it's fine, it's fine.
It's fine, yeah.
And then I think about 10 days passed, and I saw her on my schedule again. And, the chief complaint said fevers. And I said, why is this little girl having fever? She's otherwise such a healthy girl. Though I didn't know her, I could just tell she was healthy.
Yeah.
And this time was different because she looked sick. The first time she didn't. She looked fine. She looked normal, but this time she was sick, and I walked in and I saw Mona Lisa's eyes, and she said, she had another fever, and she'd only had a fever for, a matter of hours. It was really just the night before. And so she said, I said, well, she was just seen in the ER, and what should we do? And she said, well, can we get blood work? She told me, can we get blood work?
Wait, but I thought you already got blood work.
We did. We had done it just like 10 days before.
Okay.
And I said, and we don't normally like to kind of, poke kids again. And so we sent her for blood work, and it was a Friday, I remember. It was Friday afternoon, and all my craziness happens on Friday.
Yeah.
It's just the way of the world. And so I said, okay, let's get blood work. And we got the blood work back, and it was bad. And I knew it from the blood work, and I called her, and I'm trying not to cry, and I said, you need to go to Children's Hospital. And I called Children's Hospital, and they kind of pushed back a little bit, and they said, well, we just saw her 10 days ago, and it was definitely not cancer then. And I raised my voice, which I never do.
That is what Dr. Nila does, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
If you're looking for a pediatrician, she's like the best.
And I'm like, and the clinic even looked at me, because I said, if you don't take this girl, I'm going to find somebody else. There is something wrong with her, and you saw her and sent her away, and you need to see her. And then everything changed, and they said, okay, we'll help you. And so she went, and I remember it was my sister's 40th birthday that day, and so I had driven out to Palm Springs, and I had this weird feeling because I had sent her to the ER, and I was by myself, and it was 9:30 at night. She got there, and they admitted her right away, and they sent her for a bone marrow biopsy that day. And I thought, okay, well, that's fast. They went from not wanting to believe me to sending her for a bone marrow biopsy. And I think it was 9:45 at night or so. I'd gotten in touch with one of the medical residents that was a student, and I said, hey, this is my cell phone, this is a patient of mine. And I said, can you call me with the results? And so she called me, and she said, it's cancer. And I just remember, sitting in the bathroom floor of this room, and thinking, okay, well, I've got to call Mona Lisa. It's the best thing to do, and she was there, and so I called her, and she picked up the phone, and I said, hi, it's Dr. Sethi. And she said, hi, Dr. Sethi, in her sweetest angel voice, and I said, it's cancer. And she goes, I knew it was. And I remember it was the first time that I had really cried with a patient, where it's just, and we both cried for 2 or 3 minutes. And then all of a sudden, I just told her, I said, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. And I got this wave, you guys, of this it's going to be fine. And I just kept saying it over and over and over. And I said, it's going to be fine. She's going to be okay. It's going to be a long road, but she's going to be okay. I've got you. We're going to help each other. We're going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And I just said it over and over and over.
Yeah.
And then she said, it's going to be okay. It's like we both told each other it's going to be okay. And it's like we knew that. We just knew.
Yeah, that she will survive.
Okay.
And so it's funny. So then the next morning, the doc called me and said, I just want to tell you something. What made you send her, to the ER?
She's good this way.
And
she saved so many kids, actually.
I said, it just, the mom told me something was wrong, and I believed her. And he said that the reason that her blood work 10 days before had been normal is that the cancer was so early that it had not made it to her blood, and that was only in her bone marrow.
Yeah.
And that increased her survival risk. Yeah. And that was the reason why she did okay, because we had caught it so early.
Yeah, so early. Yeah.
So early.
That she had never even had those cancer cells. The blood had never even seen those cancer cells, only the bone marrow.
No marrow.
Wow.
So
wait, can you tell me about that angel with the picture? Did she tell you about this?
Yes.
That was December 24th.
Yeah. Was that the time that she was diagnosed, or
she was
only
diagnosed
going through chemo?
June 2013, and it was December 2013.
Okay.
She was playing with all of her toys because it's December, and Children's Hospital usually give a lot of toys to kids.
They're the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was playing, and she was really like doing this. So I was really curious about it because I didn't saw it in my cell phone.
Yeah.
When I check it on my cell phone, I was really shocked that there's like a white thing that she's holding. And she told me, and I told her, Sila, do you know this?
Yeah.
And she told me, yes, that's my angel. That's my angel Anna.
Oh.
She knows it.
So,
So by that time, I know that there's an angel really watching her. And I know deep inside my heart that my child will gonna survive.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
That's a good news.
Yeah.
You should see her now, you guys. Oh
I
my
know.
goodness. She's feisty and growing
Yeah,
as ever.
and-
Yes.
And she's, by the way, congratulations, Dr. Nila, and to you, because now she's cancer-free.
Yes.
Cancer-free, you guys. Yay! She lost a husband, but she gained,
Yes.
Yes.
a very, very exciting,
That's what Dr.
Yes.
Nila
Yeah.
always keeps on
Who
telling
cares?
me.
F the husband.
Well, and it's funny
He's selfish.
because, and not that I want to even, kind of reiterate stuff with her
Yeah.
husband, because we went through that together. So we got through Zyla, and then once the dust settled with Zyla, then the marriage, started really falling apart. And I remember at the beginning, feeling sad that, oh my gosh, how could he do this to her? And why would he do this to her? And, I thought he was a good guy because he would bring her in for visits, and it seemed like things were okay. And then, I felt sad. And then all of a sudden, it was just this one day, and she came in for a regular checkup. This was a year and a half after Zyla was cancer-free. And she had this light about her. She was like confident, and the shoulders were back, and it was for 4 years of us together. It was, she was here, because she was sad and she was scared. And all of a sudden she was waiting in the hallway, and I couldn't even recognize her because the shoulders were back and the head was up. And she had this light about her, and she said, it's okay. I can do this. I am going to take care of my kids.
That's very strong.
I will be there for my kids.
Yeah.
And everything's going to be okay. And it was like we both said to each other, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Very positive.
Yes.
That is so good. So now Selah is okay. She's cancer-free. Yay.
Yes.
Now I want to talk about, this is very short. You only have like a few minutes more, but I want to talk about your son.
Yeah, the oldest.
The oldest son that during the time when you were having problems with your ex-husband, and then and then the cancer of his sister. So what happened? Can you explain me a little bit about the whole bullying and the suicidal,
At first,
thing
of
that's
course,
happening
he was really sad about it because the changes. And then one time, the school just called me saying that I need to go there to pick up my son because my son had an suicidal ideation because I think one of the classmates or a group of classmates in there put water on his food. So he was really devastated and really angry. So he told his friends that if they have a gun or a rope, give it to him and he'll kill himself.
No.
So that was really, wow, another problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, another
it's one problem to the other,
yeah.
right?
So
Yeah.
it's really hard on my part, and of course I know it's my son. Probably because of what is going on with our lives,
with
he
your
can't
life.
really take it.
Yeah. So do you think? Because I think a lot of kids, most of the kids that have that are going through divorce, their kids are mostly bullied by people, right? By their peers.
I mean, I think
Is that
bullies
normal?
really prey on weakness, you know,
Yeah.
because they're weak themselves, and so they prey on
Yeah,
weakness.
so
And so anybody that's
going
even
through-
slightly, you know, showing some sort of vulnerability, they're an
Yeah.
easy target.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you know, and his personality is not super outgoing
Yeah.
and super
Mm-hmm.
chatty, and
Yes.
so he's just an easier target,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then
yeah.
second that you know he was going through what he was going through with
Yes.
Zyla and with his parents. So
Mhm.
What did you do to fix this problem with
We
your
went to
son?
a therapy.
Okay.
We went to Dr. Seti first
Mm-hmm.
for his annual checkup, and then I told Dr. Seti about it. So we went to a
She's so
therapist.
helpful. I love her.
well, I talked to him, but I knew something was wrong that day because he was very quiet. And normally he's quiet, but he makes eye contact with me, but he would not look me in the
Mhm.
eye. And usually, if teens look away all the time, it's a
That's-
cue. It's a very early cue
Oh.
if they can't make eye contact.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's wow.
It's a very
Listen
early
to that,
indicator
yeah.
that something, not necessarily anything major, but
Do they-
something is brewing.
Do they do that with you? I mean, with the moms? Can he look at you? Does he look at you in the eye as well, or?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's
Yeah.
the same thing. Because they can't really look at you because they're hiding something.
Something, right?
Because he
Yeah.
doesn't want to show his feelings,
Mhm.
most probably because he's scared that
Mhm.
I may cry again. Because they saw how I begged
Yeah.
their father, how I really cried.
Yeah.
Wait, the kids saw this?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And he had a lot of pent up animosity towards his father for not being a father, you know?
Mhm.
And he
Oh.
became the man of the house.
Yes,
he became
very quickly.
Yes.
And he was always
Mhm.
very mature.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Always. Even when Delilah got diagnosed, he was very mature, but then he became way more mature and very much a caretaker of his mother and his brother and his sister.
Yeah.
So did the therapy help him? How is
Yes.
he now? I just wanna know. This was like 2 years ago, by
2
the way.
years
So
ago.
how
Yeah,
is
he's
he now?
doing well right now. I really can't say that he's doing well because I really don't know what's inside.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the way he acts right now, he's doing well. Because he's most probably because the sports really help him.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
That's very good. Yeah.
He's into track and field. He's really busy with it.
Mhm.
So he's doing well. And then the past probably like 2 years, he's really failing. So I transferred him to another school
Mhm.
just to have like summer
Change
class,
in
extra
environment.
change.
Yeah.
When he transferred in there, he's the first honor. He's doing well
Really?
with that school, Bowman High
So
School.
now, is he
yeah.
happy with the school where he's at right now?
Yes, but he transferred to Saugus
Yeah.
again.
How old is he now?
He's 17 years old.
17. So when this bullying and suicidal happened, it was 15. He was 15.
He was most probably 15.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about this whole teenage problems with Dr. Nila later on, which you will watch next Monday because there's so many problems for the teenagers. And of course, before we end the show, we should have like a big check.
I know.
Like
We
the one in
wanted to do
Ellen.
that.
But this is like a small, gift from all of my friends who went to my birthday party, and I hope this will help a little bit.
Thank
and this
you
is
so
for you.
much. Thank you,
And I
Dr.
hope it
Seth.
will help. I know. It's all because
It's
of
kudos
Yeah,
to-
it's
to
all
Jess.
because of her.
Yeah. Huh?
Viewer asked how much because they're not watching.
Oh, I don't know how much, but it's okay. It's good, huh? It's like 1,500.
Oh, thank you so much.
So
Thank you.
yeah, so that's what I want to do now. Polished women, if you wanna donate more, I'm gonna announce when they can
Yes.
for Annalisa, or tweet me or at polished woman, and we will send it to Mona Lisa. Thank you so much, Mona Lisa, for
You're
sharing
very
your story.
welcome.
And it's oh my gosh, she's so strong.
She's
by
a
the
warrior.
way, she's a
She is.
warrior.
She's a
And
warrior.
can you like just a few advice for women out there before we end the show? Just
Yeah,
a
I
little
just
bit more.
wanted to share that whatever trials you're in, you're not alone. Everybody goes through a lot of problems. But as Zyla keeps on telling me, never give up. Don't cry, mama. I survived, so you will survive. That's the thing that came into my mind whenever I'm really sad. I told myself that my daughter survived. So there's no reason for me to give up. You never give up, because there's always a bright side for your life.
Wow, thank you so much. So
You're
for my
welcome.
advice, you guys, no matter what you're going through, whatever it is that brings you pain, know that God hears you, loves you, and will give you rest. You are beautiful the way you are, okay? You are always. It's okay to go through a day not washing your hair.
Yes.
You don't have to be polished all the time, and just accepting how you look like naturally. Because when you look at the mirror, you want to be able to love yourself just the way you are, and the way you'll be loved by anyone who truly knows your heart. So, yeah, you were built not to break, okay? You're a
Yes.
woman, you were born to fight. So, according to Lady Gaga from last night, from Oscars, and according to her,
Yes.
never give
give
up.
Yes.
Yay. So stay tuned for next week. We're going to talk about teen problems
Yes,
with Dr.
we are.
Nila Setin. This is very important, you moms out there. And of course, sisters, if you have a sister,
Yes.
younger sister, or younger brother, please stay tuned next Monday, and we will talk to you more about it. Give love to anybody who you see after watching the show.
Yay.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're listening to Polished
She
Woman,
knows everything.
only on
Dr.
LA Talk
knows
Radio.
Everything.
I delve a lot.